I was 61 when I learned that the young man dating my friend's daughter was still married. Not separated, not almost divorced, married. And I didn't hear it from him. No, it was his wife who told us, voice shaking with a mixture of rage and weariness. Before I tell you how he turned his life into a paranoid nightmare, make sure you subscribe to hear more true stories of betrayal and justice. Comment your name and location. You might just get a shout out in the next one. Today's shout out goes to Margaret in Boise, Idaho. Thanks for listening, Margaret. It wasn't his first time either. She said he'd been running this little sideshow for years. I'd seen men like him before. Men who think they're too clever to get caught, juggling women like circus balls and laughing at the mess they make. But this time, I decided I wasn't going to just stand by. We were going to make him feel every ounce of the chaos he'd caused. That's how the Mambo No. 5 plan was born. The plan needed precision. No yelling, no messy confrontations, just slow, steady psychological warfare. We started by buying several virtual eSIM numbers. Each one would be linked to a fake identity. We picked names straight out of the Lou Bega classic: Monica, Erica, Rita, Tina, Sandra, Mary, Jessica. Each woman would have her own communication channel: Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, even LinkedIn. The key was believability. We didn't send the messages all at once. They came at odd hours, in mismatched order, each one dripping with implication. Monica, I need you in my life. Erica, felt so good when you. Well, you know. Rita, you're all I need to be happy. Tina, I only have eyes for you. Sandra, miss seeing you in the gym. Still thinking about our post-workout sessions. Mary, when are you coming for another sleepover? Jessica, I'm here if you need to talk. Sometimes we'd leave a few days between messages. Sometimes two would arrive in one night. The goal wasn't to make him realize he was being pranked. It was to make him feel like his life was slipping out of control. And from the way his eyes darted every time his phone buzzed, it was working. It didn't take long before I could see the tension seeping into every muscle in his body. He'd keep his phone face down at dinner, barely touching it, like it might explode. Sometimes, when it buzzed, he'd go pale before forcing a smile that didn't reach his eyes. I made sure to give him reasons to hand it over, asking to check a recipe, to play a song in the car, or to look up directions. Every time, I'd watch that flicker of fear flash across his face, like a man holding a box of snakes. Meanwhile, his wife, yes, his wife, was playing her part perfectly. She'd find one of the messages every few days, act devastated, and confront him in the middle of the night. She even threw in a fake crying spell or two, just to keep him off balance. He started drinking more, staying up later, checking his phone in the bathroom for 20 minutes at a time. One night, I caught him staring into space, muttering something about too many loose ends. Loose ends? Oh, sweetheart. The only loose end was him. And soon, we were going to tie it into a perfect little bow. By week 3, the man looked like he'd aged a decade. His shirts were wrinkled, his hair uncombed, and he had that hollow-eyed look of someone who hadn't slept in days. Every beep from his phone made him jump like a startled cat. I decided it was time to turn up the heat. I created 2 new fake profiles, Angela and Carla, each with their own tone. Angela was flirty and chaotic, sending heart emojis at random hours. Carla was demanding and jealous, hinting that she'd tell the others if he didn't respond. We sent the messages at unpredictable times, 6 a.m., 2 p.m., 11:47 p.m., so he could never fully relax. His wife and I would compare notes at night. Sometimes we'd text each other mid-conversation with him, just to make sure our stories lined up. One evening, she called me giggling so hard she could barely breathe. He'd been scrolling through his phone, muttering, "Who the hell is Mary again?" under his breath. That was when we knew it was time to end this. The plan had worked. His confidence was shattered, his lies tangled beyond repair. Now it was time for the grand finale. and his complete exposure. The finale came on a rainy Thursday evening. We'd planned it with precision. The wife invited me over under the guise of hashing things out with him. When I walked in, he looked like a trapped animal. His phone was in his hand, but his thumb hovered nervously above the screen like he was afraid to touch it. We sat down. His wife started the conversation with perfect calm. "So, who are Monica, Erica, Rita, Tina, Sandra, Mary, Jessica, Angela, and Carla?" His face drained of color so fast, it was almost comical. He glanced at me, then back at her, searching for an escape route that didn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about," he stammered. That's when I slid my own phone across the table. One by one, the screens lit up with messages from all his girlfriends, each account, each name, each incriminating line. His wife folded her arms. "You've been living your own little Mambo No. 5 fantasy, haven't you?" He sputtered, denied, tried to claim they were old messages, but the timestamps were from that week. By the end of the night, he had a duffel bag and nowhere to go. We both dumped him together, and it felt glorious. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it so more people can hear about poetic justice served cold.